right, guys, this is Alicia Geck. I'm an ambassador diamond with It Works, and I'm so excited about tonight's Zoom. And I really wanted to take the time out to thank you guys all for being on. I know it's a little bit later than usual, but thanks for kind of rolling with the punches and being on tonight's call. I'm really excited to listen to the story that we got and get inspired. But before we get going with that, there's something that I kind of want to touch base on before we really rock and roll here. So you guys kind of know the gist of the Zoom, and you know I'm going to be interviewing somebody who is very new in the business, but who has actually got off to a really running start. Okay, so I'm going to be interviewing Dee, and but before I do that, I want to touch base on two things. Okay, my point of this Zoom is to help inspire you. Okay, but there's two ways in which you can take this. There's two ways in which you can listen to her story, and you could either, number one, you can compare yourself to her and her immediate success that she's getting, and you can let it defeat you. Or there's two, you can listen to her success and you can let it inspire you, and you can let it set a fire inside of you to work this business even harder. That's the goal, okay? Are we in an agreement? Okay, I want some thumbs up if we are in an agreement that we will not compare. Okay, but what we were going to do is we're going to listen to her story. We're going to listen to what she's done and how quickly she's done it, and we're going to let it inspire us. Okay, so thumbs up, everybody on the right page? Okay, good deal. All right, and the reason that I want to really make that clear is because about 2 years ago, I was in those shoes, okay? And I had somebody, actually a few people who got in the business, and they got into the business after I did, and they ran really, 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 really fast. And instead of letting it inspire me, instead of it setting a fire inside of me, I compared myself and I doubted what I was capable of, and it actually defeated me. So that's not what we're doing here, okay? So let's rock and roll now that we're all on the same page. So I want everybody to welcome Dee Brooks to the Zoom. Dee, will you go ahead and just introduce yourself? Let everybody know where you're from first, and then we'll kind of get rolling after that.
Yes, I am Dee. I'm happy to be here. I live in Malden, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes outside of Greenville.
Perfect. I love your accent. I can always tell you're from South Carolina. So thank you for being on, and thank you for taking part in this and helping inspire many, many others. You know, a lot of these people aren't in your upline, but they're sideline. So thank you, for taking a part in this. And we're all very, very excited to hear what you've done and how you've done it. So, but to get started, I want you to basically tell everybody when you got started with It Works.
I started on April 8th of 2016, so over a month ago.
Perfect. Okay. Tell me what your rank was on April 30th.
Ruby.
Okay. And what are you boxed in for now?
Emerald, and I'm 2 away from diamond.
Perfect. Okay. So let's kind of pause for a second. Let's really kind of let that process into our heads. Okay. She signed on April 8th. Okay. So she had less than a full month, and she went Ruby. Okay. And now she's barely in over a month, and she is boxed in for Emerald and 2 away from Diamond. That's really freaking incredible. That's rock star status in my book. So me, I want to give you a freaking high five right now, because that's amazing. So Okay. And then also, okay, yeah, your husband is enrolled.
He is.
Okay. And he is currently
He's Ruby, and he is like 2 away from Emerald.
awesome. Freaking incredible. I love it.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is a lot happening in very little time. Okay. So let's kind of backtrack. Okay. You got started on April 8th. What gave you the vision? What like set you on fire? What allowed you to get out there and really get working?
Um, I guess I just really fell in love with the products itself. That's what really did it for me. I have a passion for like, anything like fitness, health, and wellness. I love that. That drives me. I just love helping people. So for me, that's what really does it for me. Like I just left my job for this, so like I'm all in. And I know that sounds crazy to probably some because I am only a month in, but that's how much passion and how much I guess I believe in this. And I had a good job. I was almost pretty much a 6-figure income job. So for me, like I'm all in. Like I don't do it unless I believe in it. And you know, if you're not going to do it with passion, then you might as well not do it at all.
Amen. Did you guys hear her? She is barely over a month in the business, and she just retired from her almost 6-figure income job to go full time with It Works. That is incredible. And to be able to do that and to be able to have faith, I guess that's really what it comes down to is you truly have faith in this business and in this opportunity. You have faith in the products. You have belief in all of it. Am I right?
Oh yes, definitely. And I just feel like this is the perfect job for anybody that enjoys helping other people. And I just feel like there's so many. With my other job, I was helping businesses. That's what I did. I was an outside sales rep for a charter business, which is like a phone, internet, cable company. So that was helping, but that wasn't. It was helping businesses, be able to grow. But this, for me, I don't know if anybody knows my backstory. I was 318 pounds. So back in 2009, I decided to just change my life. I was sick of living that way. I was size 24. I'd kind of always just been that big girl. And I had a little girl that at that point she was born in 03, so she was 6. And I was just sick of it. And I just one day just said, I'm not doing this anymore. So I started eating healthy. I started doing Zumba, got into fitness, and I just fell in love with that. I had 150 pounds off within about 2 years. So I lost it slow enough to where I taught myself what I needed to do. And I did that all on my own. As far as I didn't have a trainer, I did Weight Watchers online for a little bit. But anyway, just getting back to why I love this so much is because with this company, I can take my story, even though I didn't use It Works for that, but I can use my story. I love to help people because every single person out here, whether we're big, small, whether we have acne, whether you're out of shape, whatever it is, we all just want to feel comfortable in our own skin. We just want to be accepted and we just want to be loved, So like this company, the products that it offers, you can pretty much touch man, any man, woman, any person, any lifestyle to help them. And then the fact that you get to help them physically, help them get healthier, physically and mentally, but then you get to help them financially. Like that's, just 2 huge things. You're talking relationships that you're going to have for life. Like that's not just a 6-week program and then it's gone. Like that's a true relationship. We look at the 3-month loyal customer thing, but if you really put your heart and passion into that, into that relationship, that customer is probably going to become a friend. It could become your next distributor. That could be, it's a relationship. You're helping them in all aspects. So that's why I love this so much. And, I loved my job before. There wasn't anything I can say that I complained about. I had outside sales, so I got to work from home a lot too then. But I didn't love what I was selling, and now I absolutely love what I'm selling. So that's the difference, I guess. And if you believe in it, your belief and passion are going to come through to every single person you talk to, whether it be on social media, whether it be in person, text message. I mean, the emojis, that shows your passion in it when you're talking. So just being real, I guess, is one of the biggest things for me.
Yes. For those of you that have not seen Dee's before and after pictures, and like she said, this has been over a couple of years, and this isn't necessarily through It Works products, but I am going to share my screen and allow you to see Dee before and then look at her now. So give me 1 second here. Okay, so can you see her? Can you see her before and after?
Yeah, we see it. I see it.
Look at those freaking guns. Girl, you got some guns on you. That is amazing. Like, that is just incredible. So I just want to show everybody that. But back to where we were.
That's my leader. Go Team Brooks.
Anyway, here's what I kind of wanted to ask you, because you said one of the main things is because you didn't necessarily you didn't have passion for the products that you sold before, but you do now. Okay, how did you get a hold of that passion so very early on?
I guess just because I started using it immediately and I realized that it worked. Mm-hmm. It's not hard to sell something if you believe in it and you know what it does for the person. I can say that anything that I put on Facebook, if I haven't tried it, I won't promote it, or not. I shouldn't say I won't promote it. I'll give someone else's testimony on it, but I pick the things that I know work for me and then work for people that I know that have used it. I don't know. I guess if you look at, if we're all trying to find a way to get fit and get healthy and feel good about ourselves, and you find something that works, and that does what it says, and I don't know how you can't be happy about that or excited about that.
Exactly. So was it the wrap in the beginning, or was it the supplements?
I started with the wrap, and I don't have a ton. I mean, I'm actually very blessed. I didn't have a ton of skin because I did lose it over a period of time, and I exercise all the time. But that's what I love about this, is that it enhances all that hard work that I put into it every single day. So, we're not trying to say that this is a quick fix and this is going to magically wrap up and magic. You're all good to go. But it's a process. But it's Lindsay said it a good analogy the other day was, it's kind of think of like teeth whitening strips. You do those, because people always say, well, is it going to last? Well, nothing lasts. If I stop eating healthy and stop working out and stop taking my supplements, I will gain all that weight back very, very, probably quicker than I lost it. But, same thing, if you stop washing your hair, it's going to get greasy. Pardon mine, I just got out of the shower. But if you stop, like tanning, if you stop getting out in the sun, you're going to go back to being white again. Yes. So nothing's permanent. And, you can go have a tummy tuck. And if you don't eat healthy, you can gain all that weight back. And that's, you waste a lot of money. So nothing's permanent. But I just, these products make it easier. And that, I've been in that weight loss journey. I know how hard it is to get that weight off. I know how hard it is to choose the right foods. I have hypothyroidism, so that puts another double whammy on me. So if you can find something that works and that makes that process easier, then it's a no-brainer.
Right. So she used a word that I think all of us need to add to our It Works vocabulary. And it is that the wrap actually enhances. Okay, it enhances our results. It enhances our fitness. It enhances our exercise. It enhances our diets. Okay, so I think that using that enhance word is something that we definitely need to make sure that we're using when we are talking about the wrap. Something else I wanted to ask you, Dee, is because you're not just, getting customers, but you are obviously doing a really, really good job at also signing distributors. So you see the vision, you know what is available and what you have your fingertips on with this opportunity. So I really want you to share with how did you get so many distributors? What are you doing to continually get distributors day in and day out?
I guess for me, it's just like sharing this opportunity and being so excited about it. And, I guess putting yourself out there, like, showing people that, well, obviously when I left my job, that was a big, people were like, wow, she's serious about this. Like, this is not just, she's not just, selling this on the side as a hobby to get free products. Like, this is like, wow, this has opportunity. Not saying that we all need to go leave our jobs, but, it's just being excited about it. If you are excited about, and this goes with any job, if you're excited about the job that you're doing, people actually want to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a nurse and you post all the time about how wonderful your job is and the people that you get to work with and the people you get to help, naturally that's a profession that people would obviously want to get in. We're offering an opportunity where you don't have to go to college. For a long period of time. You make a lot of money. And I hate to make it about money because if we make it about money all the time, then we just look like we're in this, I don't know, like if I feel like if we talk about money, like when I'm talking to people one-on-one, I want to talk about the money potential.
Mm-hmm.
But I never shoot out on my post like, hey, join this so you can make $10,000 a month. Nobody's going to believe you. And it just looks like, well, who's paying you that $10,000 a month? Are you scamming people to get that or whatnot? So I guess for me, I try to make it more like you work from home, you get to be with your family. You can do it anywhere. You can be laying at the pool this summer and be doing it. It's, I guess, just sharing. I think if we could all get in the habit of realizing that the story that we have, every single one of us, the reason we did it, and realize that that story is just as important as my story or your story or her story, and realize that that story is what drove you to do that. There is someone out there sitting in that same exact boat with that exact same thought in their head, wanting something better, wanting something more, and you just got to reach out to it. But it involves sometimes being a little, I guess, not being scared to show who you are and just putting yourself out there. Like I have friends that have just started and they would have never, they were terrified even to brag, saying they lost weight off something because they thought they were boasting about it. And instead, once they started putting it out there, like, oh my God, like I lost, 10 pounds I've been on this for so many weeks and I lost 10 pounds. And then it draws people like, oh my God, I'm like, if you will do that, you will inspire people. It's not about boasting, but it's about giving people hope. And that is what this does. You give people hope to get healthier, but you give people hope to be happy. Because the way I look at it, if you love what you do, it's not work. It's fun and you enjoy doing it and you never have to dread it.
Yes. So I've said it forever, there's two main ingredients to success in this business, and it's excitement and it's passion. And you have both. And every single one of us need to grasp hold of that excitement and that passion and let that shine through when we are talking to people. And so whenever you are, say, talking to a potential, do you prejudge anybody, or are you literally talking to everybody that you know about the products and the opportunity?
I'm talking to everybody that I know because I feel like if I'm their leader, then it's my job to train them. So do I necessarily want, and I guess what the people I'm looking for is I want a diverse group. I don't want them to all be like me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to all be my age or into fitness, or I want everybody, because I want a team that's going to be able to relate to every single kind of person out there. Which, there's, by having a diverse cultural type group of people, you get to bring everybody in. We all got the same purpose and the same mission.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're their leader, you're going to train them. You're going to train them the right way. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't really matter what their past is or what their background is. I do think there are certain people that are probably not cut out for it. You've got to have passion. You've got to be somewhat social savvy. But you can't be afraid to talk to people. You've got to, I feel like this, if you like people and you want to help people, then this job's for you, because that's what it's all about.
Yes. I love that. Is there anything, I mean, okay, so we are at May 18th. What is your goal for May 30th?
Diamond.
What is your goal for July 30th?
Love to be double. We'll see.
I mean, the way you're going, I can totally see that happening. Yeah, that is amazing. I love it. Is there any, I'm going to let you give, like if you have anything more you wanted to say, but I am actually going to allow them to ask any questions. But is there anything you wanted to say before I kind of open it up to allow them to ask you any questions?
No, I get a lot of people that here lately. I've had a lot of people send me messages and ask, like, just things that I'm doing or trying to see, what I'm doing to see what they can do. And like you said earlier, not to compare because we all are different.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our own kind of our way. And sometimes we have people that are like me. I'm fast at everything I do. I like it happen now, but not everybody's like that. So I guess the big thing is, if I could give any word of advice, and this is on anything we do, is just, I hear so many people tell me all the time, well, you've got this awesome story. I don't really have a story. I didn't lose that much weight, or that's what we have to turn back inward and look in the mirror and realize that we are all here for a purpose, and that we all have a story. And I think if you will use your story and make your post personal and make them about your family, your children, your other job, whatever it is, make it positive and just, I guess just be you and not try to be a salesperson, and just be more of this is a lifestyle that people are going to be so intrigued to wanting to learn about your life, and they're going to want to know you. So if you make it about, people are following you on Facebook for a reason. They're friends with you on Facebook for a reason. They're following you on Instagram for a reason. So when you make it about your life, like they want to know about it. They want to know what you're doing. Even if you lost 2 pounds in a month off thermofit or whatever it is you're taking, they want to know about it. Like it's interesting, and it's just about being real, I guess, and just not being a salesperson, but being just yourself.
Yes, that's awesome. I love that. One question that I'm going to ask before I allow them to ask any questions is, do you feel like the majority of your customers and distributors are coming from just posts that you're making on social media? Are you calling? Are you texting? Are you sending cold messages? Are you what are you doing you feel like is the most?
I guess the majority of it is Facebook posts. I've gotten a lot of Instagram here recently. I guess on Instagram I've gotten more loyal customers, and then on Facebook I've gotten more distributors. And I think that's just because on Facebook you can be more personable, because you can't. I don't know. I feel like you can see more into someone's life. You talk more. You can comment back and forth. People see your conversations, so you can be more personable. But mostly it's just like I guess just being really excited about it, talking about the opportunity. And then there's been a couple people that I just know their personalities, and I know that this would be an awesome fit for them, that I've messaged them personally and just said, hey, and some of them have said, I'm not interested right now. I've had a couple people say, let me think about it. Some of them have got back to me and have done it. I think a lot of them, though, it's just planting that seed in their head, and they might not be interested right now. But there's going to be something that happens in my life over the next several months that they're going to see, and they're going to remember me contacting them, and it's going to be like, oh, wow, like maybe now's the time for me to listen. I've been in a sales background forever. That's what I've done. And I just know that if you can plant seeds in people's heads, we have to realize that people buy on their time. They don't buy on our time. So we might need that bonus by June 30th. But we also have to respect that not everybody's got the money right now, or they have other financial obligations, so that if we don't be pushy, but just stay persistent and stay consistent, that those people will come back. And like I said, it could be someone that literally says, I'm not interested, don't message me again, I don't want it. And a lot of times those are the people that will come back to you maybe 6 months down the road and that are interested. So I just say don't give up on anybody, and just stay in contact. And I try to comment on everybody's pictures. I try to like everything. compliment. And I'm not being fake like most, I mean all that I say, but it's just being engaged. Like, you can't be quiet on Facebook. You've got to be,
yes,
you've got to be afraid to make you got to be not afraid to make noise.
that's so true.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Okay, does anybody have any questions that they want to ask Dee? Anybody?
I'll ask one.
Okay.
I've already asked you like a ton lately anyway, but I think this will be helpful for everybody on here. So you've signed a lot of distributors since you started. What are you doing to train them to get them so excited? Just as excited as you are right now.
I guess, I have a group team page that, like a messenger page with my team. We stay in contact all day long. I'm constantly sending them tips throughout the day of things that are working for me. Like, hey, here, this just worked for me. Use this if you want. Tweak it. We probably talk, 10, 15 times a day. And it's not to be like a bother but I just feel like if these people put their money into this, that I owe them that. I owe them the opportunity to help them grow. And a lot of times they give me ideas. So it's not just me giving them stuff. Like, they're giving me a lot of cool ideas and pictures. When they get really good results, I'm excited about it. I'm like, share it. They're like, oh, no, I don't know if I should share that. I'm like, no, share it. It's your story. It's part of you. Like, if you're going to invest the money and your time in this, then utilize it. So we stay in contact with each other a lot. I'm constantly, I guess, complimenting. I watch their posts throughout the day. When they post things, I look to see how many comments they're getting, how many likes they're getting. I know what it's like. If you're not getting likes and comments, I know I get discouraged. I know they're getting discouraged. So I'm sending them a text, hey, don't worry about it. And this is true. Like, majority of the things that I post or share, the people that buy from me usually don't like or comment on any of it. Mm-hmm. It's the other people that don't say anything, that are like behind the scenes. They're the ones messaging me and asking me. So I try to convey that to my team. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, people are watching. Like, they may not comment right now, but they're watching. I had a girl from 3 years ago that went to my studio. She lives in Germany now. She found me on Facebook, started following me following me again for like the last week, I guess it's been. And she was like, oh, okay, I found you. Like, I want you to help me. Like, here's what I want to accomplish. So she went on my website, and being that we can ship to Germany, it was great. So it was like, that's somebody from 3 years ago that I had no idea even remembered who I was. So, like, connections that we make all the time can come back. It may not be, like I said, on the time we want, but they count. So it's just, I guess for my team, so to speak, it's like, that was an example I shared. But just staying positive, because if I'm not positive, then I can't expect them to be either.
Yes, that's good. Good question, Chrissy.
How long did you watch?
I was going to ask that too.
Oh, do what? Oh, I was watching Lindsay for a while. Yeah, she told me now that I was on her chickens list. But now I would watch her post. I was very interested, and for me, it was like, I've had so many, like when I had the fitness studio for a while, people always came up to me and asked me to sell this and sell this and sell this and sell this. So I guess I've always been skeptic, because I did get the weight off without using anything. But the more I watched it, and I don't know, it just seemed so much like it was exactly what I wanted to get back into. It was fun. Her posts were so positive, and she always like she was having a good time, and she's just always smiling, and all her little emojis. I had never used emojis like that before until now. So I had to get used to finding them. I still don't know where all of them are. But she just was so happy. Like, that just, and the life that her and her husband were getting to have, like, it caught my interest. It caught my attention. So, like, that right there is what got me. Like, I love helping people, but knowing how much fun she was having in the process of doing it, that was what inspired me to finally reach out to her. And I was like, I will try this, and if it works, I'm in. So.
Awesome.
I was going to say, I scrolled back to our first messages when me and you first started talking a lot, and it was nothing about It Works. But you said, hey, Lindsay, I think you had made a post like saying, something about salesy people coming to you, and you were sick and tired of it. And then I didn't even see the post, but you messaged me and said, hey,
Yeah.
Lindsay, I just want to let you know that I wasn't directing that at you in any kind of way. And I was like, no, I didn't think you were. Like, it was hilarious, though. I just saw that the other
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, funny.
So, like, and for me, like, I would consider myself that I would have been someone hard to convince to do it. So if someone could convince me to do it, and then she didn't really convince me. It was just like, I saw her life, and that's what I liked. So if I could be convinced of that and know that this was awesome, then we should be able to do that with anybody. Because I would have been just as hard-headed as anybody out there sitting, reading. I was one of those ones where if I see another mascara ad, or if I see another, I need 2 people, or, they're selling Tupperware, and they're selling Mary Kay, and they're selling Plexus, and, Shakeology. You got every Beachbody coach out there doing jumping jacks in their living room. So it's like, there's something out there, but every single one of those people can relate to somebody, and they will relate to somebody, and it will work. So it's all about how you relate to people. And I guess if you're genuine, because if you're not genuine, people are going to read right into that really quick.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody have any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead, Erin.
So when you do reach out to someone because you just know that they would be a good fit, what do you say?
I guess at first it would be like, hey, I love following you on Facebook. Your posts inspire me, or whatever it is their post, what their personality is. I just wanted to know, like, I always ask them first, have they ever heard of It Works, to see first if they know of the company. Because I had a lady tonight actually that I talked to, and her first response was, well, I just don't see how wrapping plastic around your stomach makes you lose weight. And so like that woke me up, and that just happened a couple hours ago, because I'm like, okay, well, first of all, it's not plastic. What she's going by is she has seen pictures of the saran wrap, and you can't really see the wrap underneath. Yeah. So she's thinking that we're just trying to sell people this special plastic that you wrap up in. And so like, it was just and that's what somebody that I was thinking of that would be a great potential. Like, she's got a great personality. But that's just a particular situation. Like, even though as much as it is on Facebook, people still don't really know exactly what it is. They just know that they see these people, crazy green and black people, posting all these things on all the time. So, like, it's mostly asking if they know about it. If they don't know about it, just give them, like a short version of, it's a health and wellness company. And I try not to lead just with the wraps, because not everybody may need that product. So a lot of people have no idea that we carry the supplements and the vitamins and all that. So that's another great thing to get into. Like the hair, skin, and nails, not many people know about that product. So basically finding out if they know about it. And if they do, I try not to give too much information in the beginning, and just make it very simple. Like, hey, this is a great opportunity. Can we meet for a coffee? Can we, chat on the phone? It's hard to convey everything through a Facebook message or a text message. And I feel like I can get across more to a person. They can hear the passion in my voice if I'm on the phone with them, or if I meet them in person.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good question. We have time for one more. Does anybody else have a question?
I have one, just kind of a comment, or kind of a little bit curious, since she said she's really into health and fitness and kind of a gym rat type of person. And so I have a distributor that's signing up on Friday that she works at a gym. And so I was just curious if you had a lot of luck with people from the gym. Are they like standoffish about it? Because I know a little bit different personalities. People have different views on the product. So I didn't know if you've had much luck with people there.
Definitely. And it's funny you mentioned that, we had a meeting last night and we talked about it a little bit, but it is harder to get through to some of, I guess, the gym rat people, I guess you would call it. Like, I have a lot of friends that are into the bodybuilding competitions and things like that, and they are harder to get into. They're harder. A lot of them have these very strict trainers that, only allow them to take certain products. And you know what? A lot of those products are products that they sponsor. So they don't want them taking anything else. But then I've actually got 3 girls from Texas. One of them, we just started chatting about fitness, and they're big into like CrossFit, and they're all about it. So I do think that's a harder group to reach. But one of my points was that I try to make to them is they're like, we're all about nutrition and exercise. Okay, well, I am too. But it's no different than them going to GNC, to Vitamin Shop, and spending hundreds of dollars on protein powders and supplements and pre-workouts and post-workouts. I've been there. I've done that. So, like, there's really no difference. We're selling the exact same thing. We're just exclusive, and the GNC stuff, anybody can get it. So that's what I try to go back. And when you say that to a lot of these people, well, I guess I hate to say gym rats, but the gym people, because I mean, I'm in the gym 7 days a week. They do, that kind of sets them back, and they do think about it, because it's very true, because what we're offering is no different. If anything, it's better.
Right.
But I mean, like, the genre of product is no different than them going to GNC. So the fact that they would speak down on us for selling it, it's a lack of knowledge, in my opinion. So I think that's our job then, just to explain what all we have and show them how awesome it is. And then I think that it's still going to be probably something that we have to overcome over time, but it definitely, I think, will get better if we just, educate people.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, we'll call that good for the questions. So on behalf of everybody that's on our Zoom call, on behalf of everybody that will watch this Zoom, Dee, I wanted to thank you, for taking the time out and sharing your story and sharing your knowledge. And I know for myself that I'm really enjoying watching you grow and seeing what you do, and wish you so much success in your future. So I know that diamond and double and triple and all that is right around the corner. So just keep pushing. And for all of you other girls that are out, and ladies and gentlemen out there, like, again, keep pushing. Just keep your eye on your goal, on the prize, and just keep pushing forward. And each of you know that your journey is your journey. And you hold on to that, because nobody can take that away from you, okay? You hold on to that tight, and you just keep pushing forward. Your end goal is out there too. And all that it matters is that we all end up there together. And it doesn't matter when, okay? So, again, thank you all for being on tonight. Thank you all for taking the time out and listening to Dee and sharing her story. And let's go out and finish the month strong and finish round 5 strong. So again, thank you guys all for being on. Everybody have a good night.